Welcome to the demo of InQ Check In. First thing we're going to do is, of course, log in. This demo at InQTax.com has the password on the InQTax website in case you want to play with it yourself. But we also have a free trial if you want to actually use it with your information. Go ahead and log in. I'm not going to save that. First thing you'll notice when we log in is this welcome banner. This is completely customizable. You can send a message to your team this way, just say good morning if you want to, or you can completely remove it and have it be gone. We uploaded our TaxTown logo. This is our fictional tax office that we're using for the demo. You can upload your own company logo in the settings, and we'll get to that in a bit. Add client, pretty simple, straightforward. If it's an individual client, first name, last name, you'll be able to add the spouse once you get past this part. If they are a business, you just do the drop down and select the business type. We're not going to add any new clients right now. That's pretty easy. The search is right here. You can search for a client. Just search a couple letters and let's search Natasha Romanoff. She is an individual return, obviously. Tax year 25, single. She has a preparer assigned to her because she is already checked in, and you know she's checked in because it says she's in waiting status. Basically what that means is she's dropped off a return and she's waiting for us to call her and let her know it's done. Like any good system, it tracks name, address, phone number, email. If she was married, you would change the filing status and add spouse name. The nice thing about this system is, let's say the spouse comes in and you search up here, you can actually search the spouse name and this profile will pop up. I'm not going to update her to married right now because she's not. You will notice down here it says tax forms included. This is part of our complexity scale. So as a spy working for the CIA, she probably gets a W-2 and her return's probably pretty easy. But let's say she has a Schedule C also for her work with the Avengers. Now she's a challenging return. This complexity is completely customizable because a tax office with 10 CPAs is going to have a different idea of what's challenging than an office with 10 seasonal employees. So this is completely customizable, and the more forms you add, it changes. And let's say we want to keep it at that, we will save the profile, and now it will stay that way until we change it. If you scroll down here, this is the actual check-in log. This shows everybody that has dropped off returns this year. We have the Batcave as Batcave Tax as one tax office, Marvel Universe, Virtual, DC Universe, and Daily Planet Tax. We have multiple locations built in. They're color coded, and all of the difficulties are showing. The nice thing about this system is you can sort by tax office. So now I just want to see who's at Batcave Tax. And it shows. Let's say I work at Batcave Tax and I want an easy return to do. So I have difficulties, easy. Now it lists all the returns that are easy at Batcave Tax. Let's say, oh, we're behind on virtual returns. Okay. All right, I will knock out one or two of these easy virtual returns to get them caught up. Over here we have our snapshot. This top graph tracks the returns checked in by day and time. So you can see that Tuesdays after 5 p.m., super busy, mostly because that's when we're playing with the demo. Mondays at 1 p.m. is when most people check out, pick up their returns. And that must be the day we're playing with the demo the second most. This data is good for planning staffing. You know, if you are busy Tuesdays between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., you want to make sure that you're fully staffed between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Mondays or Tuesdays. If you realize that, hey, we never bring in a tax return before 10 a.m., Nobody's ever here. Maybe we don't need to open the office at 8 a.m. Maybe 8 to 10 is just work time for the preparers, and the office doesn't officially open until 10. It's also separated by location, so this is Batcave Tax, and again, we have multiple locations. Daily Planet Tax has fewer returns checked in and checked out, so their information is going to be a little different. We, at our office, separate out the virtual returns because those get checked in generally in the morning or in the evening, same with checked out. So we don't want our virtual returns affecting our traffic pattern data. All right, let's go back to Batcave Tax. If somebody needs to check in multiple years, you just do them one at a time. So Dick Grayson has already checked in for 2025, but let's say he needs to check in his 2024 return also. We just change the tax year to 24 and hit the check-in button. And now Dick Grayson is assigned to. Here we have the reports area. Inside the reports, the first thing you'll see is the WIP dashboard, the work in progress. And it shows you everything that is checked in, separated by type. The retention report, you'll run that. What this shows, this first year that you used the InQ Check In system, it will show you everybody that you uploaded into the system but has not yet checked in. So Steve Rogers is a client that we uploaded, but he has not contacted us for his 2025 return yet. So this is good information to have. It can be exported as a CSV or a PDF if you need to contact these clients and ask, hey, are you coming back this year? Or send out your letters or emails or whatever you need to do. Or delete them if they're never coming back. The extension list, this is a list of everybody that you have marked that you filed an extension for. I'm going to go back to the main program for a second here, and there is this extension filed button. I'm going to look for a return that has not been checked in yet, hopefully. Mark extension filed for tax year 25. It wants to confirm that you want to mark this person as extended. We recommend that you file the extension in your tax software before doing this so that you don't forget to actually file the extension. So once I confirm that I filed the extension, if I go to my reports, extension list, and run it, Lois Lane is on my extension list. Now this is useful in offices where you do not check somebody in until they bring you the documents. In this scenario, Lois Lane called in and said, hey, I need an extension. So you file it and you mark her as extension filed. Then you run this report in June, July, August. Hey, Lois Lane, we filed an extension for you. We have not seen you yet. When are you bringing your stuff in? Then Lois Lane decides, okay, I'm coming in, so she checks in. Now that we've heard from her, we go to our report and our extension list, and it is gone. Since she is checked in, she's no longer on the extension list because she's on the checked in list. She's now on the WIP dashboard. Right there. The analytics report. These are the insights that we provide based off what's happening in the system. You can see here that Bruce Wayne has been assigned 2 returns and his average turnaround time is 76.8 days. That's a long time. You can see the turnaround time by difficulty. Very hard are taking 103 days, where the easy returns are taking 49 days on average. You can also see drop-offs and pickups when you're the busiest. Then it'll also give you an overview of the insights at the top. It does default to all locations, but you can separate out to, I just wanted to see how the Batcave is. Bruce Wayne. Or I just want to see the Marvel Universe. None of the Marvel returns have been assigned to a preparer, so somebody's not doing their job. All of the data from these reports can be exported to a CSV or a PDF. It is an option for all of them when you run the reports. This stale context report is a variation of the retention report. The very first year, your retention report will compare your entire client list to who has checked in and display who has not checked in. Years 2 and up, the retention report will compare who has checked in this year to who has checked in last year. At that time, the stale contacts report will take over and show you who do you have built into your system that has not been in 2+ years. That way you can either invite them back, delete them, or do whatever you need to with that information. There is this notices tracker button that is a separate video, but we have built a tool for tracking IRS and state notices that your clients give to you. There is also InQ Notify that is in the works. That is an email blast tool that will be coming soon as well. Those will both be separate videos. And here we have the settings and log out buttons. Inside the settings, this is where you will set your banner message, or you can just delete it if you don't want one. Upload your company's logo, update your profile, set your default location. In my case, I am going to default to the Batcave. And then let's say I hate dark mode. Well, what you can actually do is go in here and change the various aspects of your theme. So I want to change this to yellow. Save my changes. Go as my profile panel. So I'll go back, and my client profile panel is now yellow. You can make it all match. You can mix and match. You could have the whole rainbow on here if you want to between those 4 sections. So let's go ahead and leave it like that. I think it looks kind of neat. Your team, you can build in preparers here just for assigning purposes, or you can actually invite users as well. There are 2 different types of users, admin users and users who have fewer settings. Locations, this is where you build in your tax offices. If you only have one location, you can just put your one location. Maybe you have one location and you do virtual returns and you want to track those separately. You can set up virtual as a separate location, as we have. In this case, we have 5 tax offices set up. Workflow, this is where you actually customize those difficulty tiers. Each one is given a score. Moderate is anything above 1.5 and below 2.5. Challenging is above 2.5 before you get to 3.5. But you can customize these, because a moderate return at a CPA office is going to be more difficult than a moderate return at a seasonal tax office with seasonal preparers. And then over here, you can actually set the weights for the forms. So a 10-person CPA firm might not even put any weight on a W-2. Or they might put more weight on a K-1. The clients area just shows all the clients you have built in the system, and you can delete any that you need to get rid of. And the data area is where you will upload your clients. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, you can sign up for the free trial and test this yourself.